So after that, I would put here at 0.5 because after school, practically you get a job. So you have a job. If you have a job, you have a fling. Job fling.
The work husband, the work wife.
Yeah.
It's now very common. Yeah.
What happens on the second one? Let's try.
You know what's interesting? This is kind of forbidden.
Of course,
From
it
the
is.
point of view of society. Society, which is the first shock, forbids you to have affairs at work. It really does. It says it's not good. It's not okay because it will affect your job, your position. And the society wants you to keep you there and never gets to the second. Because why do you have sexual attraction at work? You need it from the natural point of view. You need something that nothing that happened before can give it to you, right?
Yeah, true.
So is nature calling you like, I don't know, I'm trapped here. There's nothing else. I still have to, you know. So this is what happens because it's nature calling you. But society forbids it. Society wants you there.
On the second octave, I would put here courting. Because when you are young and in school and you have a crush, you start to do all those things that maybe you have seen in the movies. You write love letters, you secretly put a flower there or something. So I would put courting starting in school.
And that's the octave of marriage. So marriage begins with courting, right?
Yeah.
It used to anyway.
It used to.
And it still does because you
Yeah.
cannot just go to someone and say, marry me. You have first to do something about it, at least to know who you are, you know?
At least.
And that it's courting, basically.
Yeah. And on the other point, I would put flirting there.
Where is engagement?
Here.
Okay. It's pretty advanced technology.
Well, it's pretty advanced technology, but well, flirting depends who does it. You get if the woman does it and catches you, you get to engagement and marriage faster, obviously. But if it has
So courting and flirting are not the same thing.
I wouldn't put it the same thing. No.
Well, so you have the right to do it. Everyone has the right to say, to see life whatever they want to.
Do you think it's the same thing?
I don't see how you can court someone without flirting. I would put engagement there actually, but I did not think about it. And again, I don't think it's really important to really. These are not fixed, you know, like this is it, absolute concepts. What's important is to understand the process as good as you can. And what I think is really valuable is to see those inner connections. Those are really valuable to me because I think this is where new possibilities can be found, because this is clearly what happens, right?
Yeah.
But what can you do different? But in the inner connections, there may be some secret information that maybe will allow you to do something different, to escape the circles, to escape the paradigm, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So the next one. I put trophy wife there on the main octave. So trophy wife, it's a woman that you get, or man. I mean, like.
So you get married already?
No. That
How is that a wife?
It's not. It's with marks. So it's a woman that you get in order to proud yourself.
Engagement.
Well, it's engagement on the second octave.
I mean, on the second octave, engagement should be like a cosmic promise, like something you give your word.
No, on the society octave. So we're
still talking about the first. Okay, I see.
With black, we have the first octave.
Okay.
With blue, we have the second octave,
Okay.
the one starting with the society. And with red, we will have the third octave, like
Okay.
the cosmical
Okay.
one. Okay. So we'll have engagement there. And at the 8th point, I would put partnering. And with blue, I would put marriage. So
It's logical because partnering is physical. It actually happens. You mean commitment?
I mean a person at the end of your life, mainly, where not so much sex, not so much attraction, but it's a good.
It doesn't have to life to get to the end in order to happen for this.
That's also true. Yeah, you can start on any point of the Enneagram. I mean, like
Okay.
you can skip the family.
I mean, there are a lot with retirement partners at 20 years of age or 30 years.
Yeah.
So and then it's over and they begin anew.
Yeah, or they die like that.
Or they die like that. Sure.
Or they die like that. Okay. So and on the 8th point there we'll have marriage.
Okay.
So this is the octave, the first one and the second.
So what happens because society asks you to get out of the family and get married is you court someone, you flirt, you get engaged, and then you get married.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. Sometimes you get a divorce, but that's just breaking it at some point and starting again. So if we speak about the third octave, starting with the nature, I would put there the first real love that you have. At the next point, I would put a person that you consider to be the love of your life.
Are these the three wives from the play? I think they are.
Okay. And at the last point, at number 8, I would put the last love, the person that you...
That's right.
Yeah.
These are the three wives from the play. Beware of the man who survives last love, because he goes back to heaven. Hey, it's mathematics. I did the math.
So this is what I have, what I was able to see, starting with the triangle that you have given me. So this is what we have so far.
Yeah, it's great. The only thing I would still search for is this.
You want,
Yeah.
well, yeah, okay.
I'm sure we can find something more real, but it's great. Is this
In my perspective, courting doesn't get sex, at least at this age.
so
in
flirting
school.
implies you have sex?
Flirting implies the
Yes,
desire
that
to
would
have-
be if you put that difference here, like this
Yeah.
is no sex, but with sex is the same thing, but no sex, and then with sex,
no sex
then
because
it makes sense.
school. No sex because like,
This is school, no
Yeah.
sex, this is job with sex, right?
Yeah.
But you have to find a term for it, like affair, right? How do you say when you're having sex with someone unofficially?
an affair, yeah.
Yeah.
But an affair is a fling, right? More or less. I mean, one night stand, a longer stand. The flirting is the thing that, like you said, the force that gets you there. And I wanted to put what gets you there, not what happens after you get there. An affair is what happens after you get there. I mean, you are flirting and then you have sex, and okay, that's an affair. If you are just
So you have
flirting,
before of the mirror, you have attraction, sexual attraction, but without consummation.
yeah,
And after that is sexual attraction, but with consummation.
yeah,
You are having sex, but the attraction is not ending.
yeah.
You know, it's a process that's going to get you further
Yes,
to the disappointment that you find out that is not your love, what is happening, or that is your love, or that your love is someone else, and then you can actually go back to heaven.
yeah. Like from here, you can go directly there. From the job fling, maybe you go to love of your life, or from the job fling, you get to the engagement,
I think it's a
or
very good.
you get to trophy wife and
Can
just
we make-
parade it in front of the friends, in front of the family. Look, she's gorgeous, and then you dump her.
Okay. I think we should make this in like Word or something. And yeah, it's great.
It's a good point. It's a good map.
Yeah,
it
it's
will,
a
it
good
will get
perspective.
you.
Good exercise.
It's a good exercise.
I'm going to put the question from the beginning again. How do you think this will help anyone? Because, okay, we did it. It's probably true. It's probably very accurate.
Most of it.
Most of it, at least. Okay. How does this help someone who, I don't know, just sees it and, okay, and now what?
Well, the question has the same answer. It's a process, and you have to find where you are in this process and see how your own life relates to it. I mean, where am I on this?
So it's a question of conscience, because this is conscience. Conscience is to see yourself in your life, where things are coming from, where things are going.
Yeah.
And because of this, you get a notion of who you are, who you should be, what mistakes you have done in your past, because you see where things are coming from, what you have done. It's
and
clearly you made
things are going.
Where things are going, right?
Yeah.
And what you should have done in order to make things go other way.
Not sideways.
Not sideways, and not where you are now. This is remorse of conscience, right? What you say is that it helps you build conscience.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has to do with time.
It has to do with time, sure.
It has to do with time. And it has to do with self-remembering. You remember what you have done. If you want to, if you have enough courage, let's put it
You
like
think,
this.
you know what I find most valuable is that the usual human is under the spell of the devil. And the spell of the devil is that, there are some things that could happen to you that will break the laws, that will not fall into patterns, that you don't know what's going to happen. Maybe, just maybe, you will, whatever you hope about. This type of perspective makes you understand that there are no other possibilities from a certain perspective than this, and that you cannot expect something out of this world. You don't even know what is, but you just have this rebellion against laws applying to you. And you think, this is not going to apply to me. This is the rebellion of the devil against conscience. Laws do not apply to me. I'm going to make my own very unique and impossible way. And you live with this illusion, despite the fact that,
of inconvenience, right?
among others,
Okay.
you just reject that you fall into a pattern. You reject it out of the hope that you will somehow experience life in a way that nobody else did, and you will solve the problems of life in a way that nobody else can.
And guess what?
And guess what? Life goes away and you find yourself old and without any possibility of movement, no energy, and things happen exactly like this. But you still have that illusion that, yeah, but maybe, I don't know, that's not applying to me. Maybe I will, I don't know, just fly. This is the hypnosis of the devil. And this is why humans never begin real work, because they do not accept that there are some things, some stages that are there simply because of time and because of the possibilities of space. There are no infinite possibilities of what can happen.
True.
So they literally expect someone to come to defy all the laws of space and time, and to somehow create a reality for them which will befit their inconvenience.
And more than this, they expect this someone to come, but at the same time, they don't believe in God. I mean, like...
Or even worse, they do.
Or even worse, they do. Yeah.